Welcome back to Urban Sprawl Modded. I hope you're well. I am now over my cold and feeling a lot more energetic. Today is probably going to be a short episode. I just wanted to show you a project that I've been working on since our first episode, I believe, when we first found the village, and that is the Skelly Tower. There it is. Now, I did dismantle quite a bit of the Skelly Tower, and I have since rebuilt it in a very, very hodgepodge fashion. This is something that I do want to fix up. I mean, the base of it is very square looking. I don't particularly like the base. I like the texture. I like the different blocks in the base, but it is very, very square looking. And yes, I broke the Skelly Tower. But what I have done is got it working as a XP farm. So we come in. If you have ever seen one of these towers, or you saw the episode where we first went into this Skelly Tower, there were these two Skelly spawners to start with. So I've currently got them turned off. They're almost chandelier-like, really, in this room. And I've made a staircase because I dismantled the one that was here. And it comes up to this room. I kept this room pretty much intact, except I've got a storage system running down the middle of it. And that goes to the other tower, which I have turned into an exit or an entrance. I got rid of the Skelly spawner here because I have got quite a few Skelly spawners. If I ever need one, I've got plenty. So I did destroy this one here. And we come up here, and there's this little bit of a bridge into this nice little office. And then we come up this staircase to a bedroom with nice air conditioning. And this is where the building gets a little bit hectic. So we've got a nice open space here with a really beautiful view of that mountain range. And a bit of a view there. And here is the killing chamber. So I've taken all the torches off the skeleton spawners, and there was one there as well, which I've got sitting idle as well. Let's put another couple on that. So this is where we get to kill the skellies, and we get XP, which is very nice. So I finally got around to turning this tower into an XP farm and an arrow farm. Even though I can buy arrows from my villagers, this is a little bit more fun. And as you can see, it works a treat. And we have already got quite a few resources starting to build up in our storage system if we work our way down again. So we've got lots and lots of resources. A lot of this, like the gold and the iron, I could smelt. Arrows I'll take. Bows I will probably put into a furnace, so I might bring a furnace out here as well. The bones I can I can turn into bone meal. I think that's really all you get from a Skelly farm. What I'm really after is just the arrows and the XP, really. And the gold, actually, for the rocket farm, which is still sitting idle because I've made enough rockets to keep me going for some time. And up we go. Yes. So this works really, really nicely as an XP farm. If I go into free cam mode, I'll show you the chamber. So we've got a water system flushing them down into that hole, the drop chute, and we've got all the spawners ready to go. These 4 spawners will get skeletons spawning standing on top of them, and they'll stand there for quite some time because there's nothing else to drop down and push them off. But with all those spawners up there, I am not fussed if we lose a couple, because we do get quite a few, as you can see. Now, there must be a spot there that doesn't have flow. But, like I said, for me, it's pretty useful. And I've got a gate post there stopping the water from flowing down the hidey hole. Whoops, someone's got thorns. So I need to kill them all before I go to bed. What I would like to do eventually is to have some sort of sorting system. But rather than having the redstone sorting systems like in normal Minecraft, I'd like to try and see if there's a sorting system for Create Mod. I know there's the drawers you can have sort stuff out, and I might end up using that, but I might do some research into Create Mod sorting systems, because we've got plenty of room down here and we can always dig down further if we need to, but I don't think we will need to, because this is a nice big space. And I've even got skeleton heads. I don't know when I picked them up, I just saw them in a chest. I can't see any there. And I can't see any there. I don't know where I got them from, but I picked up some skelly heads, which is a little bit exciting, something different. So we got a couple of skeleton heads decorating the entrance. I did put the doorway around this side. Originally, if you remember, the doorway was just here, but I didn't like going around that side. It's a lot easier to come from the iron farm and go straight through here and up the stairs. So we have made lots of modifications to this, and it doesn't look like a skelly tower anymore. I did keep this little bit intact though. I just took the skeleton spawner out of it and hollowed it out and put a ladder in there. So, but the outside of that is completely intact. It's just this building that I demolished and have since rebuilt. But it's serving it's doing its job. It's serving its purpose, which is all that I'm really wanting to worry about. So we've got a skelly farm giving me lots of bones and lots of XP and lots of arrows. Last episode we made the wool farm, and it is producing lots and lots of wool, and I thought I'd just give you a quick update with what I've done. So like I said in the episode where this building was constructed, we've got white sheep, but this guy buys black wool. So these 4 sheep over here have been dyed, and they are supplying us with black wool. And just the 4 of them is giving us quite a bit of wool. So if we go downstairs, I haven't checked downstairs for a while. Not doing too badly. Whereas the white ones, we've got quite a bit, because they have been being sheared for quite a bit longer. So we've got 2 shepherds in here currently. I don't know why we haven't had a third one wander down and find the bed. So I have been given these guys bread to see if they'll have a third shepherd. But we've got white, and now that he's gone up a level, he's starting to sell different coloured walls, which will make it a lot easier if I can buy different coloured walls as well as having different coloured sheep. So that's... oh! So there's a bit of an update in the wool factory. The red brick factory has been turned back on. So it is currently operating again and producing red brick blocks or bricks. That's a bit confusing because they're both called brick. It's producing the red brick blocks as well as those. And we have got quite a few. 979 bricks. There you go. It did take me a while to get the machine running again because we've only got the 5 water wheels here powering the pump. It did take quite some time to get this up to a speed that would put enough water into the engine to have it run. But now that it's going, it seems to be working well again. And I got it up to 180, which is excellent. So this factory's working again. The rocket factory is still sitting idle. As you can see, there is nothing happening here except for that water wheel going around. We still do have a couple of villagers in here with different trades. Where is he usually? I've usually got a stone cutter there. Here's the toolsmith. I don't know where the stone cutter's gone. Hopefully he hasn't hurt himself, but there's usually a couple of villagers roaming around in here. I did manage to get all the guards out of here though. So it is a little bit lonely looking, but that's okay. I have got quite a few rockets. Quite a few rockets. Yes, lots and lots of rockets. So this sitting idle isn't going to be a problem. The only thing I need to worry about is the sugarcane farm, because this is running on a water wheel, and if I turn it off, I guess I could turn it off, but if I turn it off, it means these will grow quite tall, and when I turn it on again, we'll lose all that sugarcane. So I guess I could turn it off, but it's still producing sugarcane. So that is the only machine that's running here currently. It's very, very still. Very quiet rocket factory. Very, very quiet. Something else that I need to keep an eye on is the villagers. Because they like to climb, they tend to go up to the top stories and stay there. So we end up having lots of villagers. Oh, we've got a guard inside. We end up having lots of villagers upstairs and not finding their way back down as easily. I have taken the trapdoors off of this central pole here because the villagers were tending to get stuck on it. So I might need to go and do that in all the other buildings as well. That's strange. So yes, I need to go to all the other units and take out the trapdoors. It was purely for decoration. There is no need for them to be here. So I might just remove these, and that will enable the villagers to move up and down the stairs a bit easier, because it does make it a little bit narrower. There we go. All the trapdoors have been removed from the staircases, making it a lot easier for villagers and myself to get up and down. Hello, buddy. Something else I need to keep an eye on is the cafe, because we've got workstations in there for 3 cooks, and what I've been finding is we have a lot of other villagers just somehow find their way in there. I don't know how this happens, because they can't get out here and the villagers can't get in here because of the tree. It's stopping them from stepping up and over the fence. So there's no villagers can get in this section here. The cooks can't get out here. And yet we have villagers in here. It should just be the 3 cooks. So what are you doing in here? How did you get in here? They can't get over this. So I don't know how it's happening. There's only 3 beds in here. So I don't know how it happens. So every now and then I need to come in and very nicely encourage this guy to exit without my cooks getting out. It's very, very odd. I came in here a couple of days ago and there were 3 extra villagers all crammed into this corner. Come on. There we go. Excellent. So now we've just got the 3 cooks in the bakery and we've got a customer. So these guys are supplying me with my egg sandwiches. And I think one of them sells chicken sandwiches as well. And the third guy I haven't really traded with. Should I make a chicken farm to get eggs? I don't think I really need to, but that might be interesting to make a chicken farm with Create Mod. We've got some golems stuck on the seats, which I knew would happen, but getting a golem off a seat is a little bit tricky, especially considering there's 3 so close together. I don't want to anger them. I actually can't remember how to get them off. If I click on that, I'll be seated. That might push him off, but it might anger him as well. There we go. Off you go. Can you move? Is the tree in the way? Oh. There you go. You're free. That is how you get the the golem off of the seat. And if you get villagers sitting down, you can get them moving like that as well. I don't know why these guys aren't wanting to move off. Off you go. Be free. Oof. Really don't like that look. Okay, you can have your seat back if you like. I thought I'd help you out. But yes, we've got these golems in the garden. They must be enjoying the service and the food. We've got quite a few golems around the place. And we've got heaps down in the water. Lots of golems in the water. If you remember, I had a villager, I think he was a toolsmith, bobbing up and down in the water here, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get him to go to his house. So night after night, we had a villager hanging around in the water here. I realised he was trying to get down to the golem down there and to heal it. So I went down and healed all the golems that were down in the bottom of the water, and he was happy with that, and he's toddled off. So the cleric will heal the villagers. If it's a healthy village, he'll throw potions of healing or regeneration at people, and the toolsmiths must do the same for the iron golems. They must heal them up, which is pretty good when you think about it. It'll save me doing that. I've lost a lot of my toolsmiths. There's one. How come we've got new ones? That's interesting. I think we've got a toolsmith in the factory, actually. I think we've had one find his way over here. Is that what this guy up here is? Was he fully traded up? Yes, so he's from down in the village. I don't know how he lost connection to his workstation over in the village and found the one in here, but that's okay. He's probably safer in here than he is wandering out in the streets. I think we might leave it there for the episode today, guys. Just a very, very short episode, just to keep you updated with a few small projects that I've been working on behind the scenes and things that I need to monitor, mainly the villagers. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you've just found the channel, please subscribe. We have got the goal of turning a little village into a big city and have at least 2 villages connected by a train network. So train network is something that we're going to have to start thinking about at some point. I think I might start researching train stations from the era that we're looking at this season and start thinking about where the tracks are going to go and boring through the mountain. But that's it. I'm No Spring Chicken. This is Urban Sprawl Modded. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.